The Los Angeles Lakers have been very aggressive this offseason and have signed a plethora of solid role players, including Dwight Howard, Trevor Ariza, trading for Russell Westbrook, and pushing for Carmelo Anthony. So what's up? My name is JDC, and today we're talking about the Los Angeles Lakers moves this offseason and where it could take them in the future. Before that, really quick, if you guys like the video, drop a like down below, press the subscribe button. It'd be really appreciated, and let's get to the video. So, the Los Angeles Lakers are in a win-now position because of the recent transactions made. They traded for Russell Westbrook by giving up their 2021 pick, Kyle Kuzma, KCP, and Montrezl Harrell. By getting Russell Westbrook, it assures them a good quality starting PG that they desperately needed because Dennis Schroeder was inconsistent in the playoffs, especially because he did score 0 points in a playoff game, which is absolutely unacceptable. So bringing Russell Westbrook, bringing his playmaking, his energy, his athleticism, his finishing around the rim, obviously Russell Westbrook has the experience and he is 32 years old, so he can definitely help them win now. The only thing that's hindering them a little bit is this floor stretching ability. He just can't shoot the three ball well. He did shoot 31% from three, which isn't all that bad, but isn't all that good. So bringing Russell Westbrook, definitely a good quality starting point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers that they needed, and just let Dennis Schroeder walk. Next, they signed Dwight Howard because they definitely needed more big men that can rim protect and have an interior presence. So I'm guessing the only big man they have right now is Anthony Davis, because Drummond, I think he got bought out, but it was only for that year. So I honestly don't believe they bring back Drummond because he just does not fit that system well at all. He was clogging up the paint for LeBron and AD, and it was just messing up the flow of the offense. So don't bring in Andre Drummond. Bring in Dwight Howard, someone that can set screens, someone that can play the pick and roll very well. So at least I think he's better than Drummond in terms of offensive ability, man. I mean, Drummond, he can also get you 20 to 25 rebounds a game, but I don't think it really translates to winning. So Dwight Howard, he's a team player. He can set the pick and roll easily, man. I like him at the backup position, man, and he's a really good rim protector too. At 35 years old too, he's definitely a good veteran to have on this team. They also are trying to get Carmelo Anthony, and it assures them a really good three-point shooter that can get hot from the field at any point in the game. He's also a good veteran at just 36 years old, so has that playoff experience that they needed, especially in the last few years. Carmelo Anthony, obviously playing for the Blazers, and then before, playing with the Rockets, but obviously he got waived, and then before that, OKC in New York. So definitely has that playoff experience that they need. Bringing a lot of veterans, man. They definitely are bringing a lot of veterans. They also brought in Trevor Ariza, who is probably the most traded player in the NBA, but doesn't really matter. So gives them that three-point shooting that they need. Also plays some defense. So really good veteran signings from the Los Angeles Lakers. They've actually had some pretty good success in terms of filling in some holes on the roster, but they definitely need more shooting on the team. They also got some undrafted rookies on the roster, including Mac McClung, my boy, and Austin Reeves. So that's going to give them, a little bit more upside in terms of, having some young guys on the team. I mean, this is a team we're talking about that has a lot of veterans. I mean, LeBron is 36, Russell Westbrook's 32, Anthony Davis is 29, I want to say. Dwight Howard, 35. I mean, it's a pretty old team, so bring in the young guys. We already have THT on the roster. Bring in Mac McClung, bring in Austin Reeves, gives them a little bit more young talent on the roster. Just to have him a future at least, because they already gave up Kyle Kuzma and KCP. Kyle Kuzma, one of their picks in the 2017 draft, I want to say. So, yeah, honestly, they only have 3 really good young players left: THT, Mac McClung, Austin Reeves. So, and they also let Ben McLemore walk, which is actually pretty surprising because they definitely needed more shooting on the team. So let's let that out there. The Lakers also could definitely use Buddy Hield shooting, by trading for him. I don't really know who they really would trade for him, because they don't have too many assets. If you really think about it, Alex Caruso left in the offseason, went to the Bulls. They have THT, but they're not going to give up a young player for Buddy Hield, who's 27, 28 years old. So the Lakers, they're not really working with too many assets, especially because, the picks, because they don't have too many picks either. But I don't know. I mean, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they get Buddy Hield, because they definitely weren't talks about getting him. They're not getting DeMar DeRozan anymore because he's going to go to the Heat probably because they already traded for Russell Westbrook. So there's going to be no more room for DeMar DeRozan in terms of, money. But, some things could happen. I mean, I don't know. But definitely could use Buddy Hield shooting because, he's a high volume 3-point shooter that shot 39% from 3 this season. So Getting Buddy Hield would assure them that at that number 2 spot, the starting five would probably be Russell Westbrook, Buddy Hield, Carmelo Anthony, LeBron, and then Anthony Davis at the 5. There were some reports up talking about Davis starting at the 5, which honestly I'm fine with. Good defender, probably one of the best defenders in the NBA. So honestly, I'm fine with that. And then have Howard come off the bench. So that's a really good starting 5 right there. Russell Westbrook, he brings that gravity that they need. When he drives in, he can pass it to Buddy Hield in the corner, and Buddy Hield can shoot that 3. Shooting 39% from 3. So have those 3-point shooters around Russell Westbrook so that when he drives and then brings the gravity towards him, he can kick it out to a shooter and then they can shoot the 3. So overall, the Lakers have had a very successful offseason, and quite honestly, they aren't close to finish yet. I mean, they still have a lot of roster spots to fill in terms of, holes in the roster. They need a lot of 3-point shooting. Letting Ben McLemore go is actually a really, really huge loss for them because he provided them really good 3-point shooting, and he's gone to the Blazers now. So bring in some more shooters. Bring in someone that can actually shoot the 3 ball off the bench too. I mean, they definitely need a bench because Alex Caruso is gone. Probably one of their best bench players, and honestly, they need to build a bench. So start signing some more people in the offseason, more vets, and hopefully you guys can win the championship next year. So that's the video. Drop in below. Press grab button and I'm out. Peace.